Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm planning the week of April 24th through the 30th in my Erin Condren vertical life planner. And as you can see, I have everything already laid down just like last week. For some reason, I have no idea what happened to me laying down the base. So this is basically going to be a talk through until we get to the end where I show you everything that I have left and the final wiggle. So this week I used Enchanted from Caress Press. I used the Essentials kit. And then I purchased some add-ons. I don't remember which ones were the add-ons. I think both of these scenes were included in the kit. I'm pretty sure anything with the skin tone was an add-on. So I'm pretty sure I purchased these separately. Everything else came with the kit. The foil that I chose to use, I used 3 different foils. Three. Silver, a white, and then this, what is this called? Olive from Plannahannah. So I used Plannahannah's wedding overlays. So that would be anything in olive basically is Plannahannah. So that's her, like these wedding themed overlays as well as these bottom washi overlays. And then I also wanted to pull in some white. I had a white bundle from SPC. So that is the bottom washi, which you have to kind of see on an angle. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's barely visible in person, but that is this overlay. And then some of the icons, the glitter header overlays, again, you can barely see. So yeah, and I'm glad I kind of used it this week because you can't tell, this is for actually you probably can't tell, but this is marking down 1 year until Colton and I get married. And I was debating on whether to use, this kit or another kit that I'll be using for the wedding. I decided to use that kit for the wedding, this one for the 1 year anniversary. That was the very last minute change. And I also was debating on whether to use the white foil for this kit or use it for the one on the actual wedding day. And I'm glad I used it this week, I should say, because you cannot see it like at all in person. If you hold it at the right angle, you could see it, but that's really the only time. Everything else, it's like barely visible. So I'm really glad I used it in this kit and not like the wedding kit, because I'm trying to have that kit be like perfect. So that's that. And then I also pulled in some silver just as my core accent. So yeah, that's basically the rundown of the items I used. So going into the day by day, Monday morning with YouTube and work is pretty normal. Can't remember what we did for wedding planning, but something was done this week. Oh, you know what? It was probably getting ready for the blessing, which I'll get to that in a second. But we did some wedding planning, watched some Ted Lasso, did some designing and crafting, and then read in the evening like I usually do. Tuesday morning was pretty normal. In the afternoon, I watched a TV show, which is on YouTube, did some cleaning. Tuesday nights, we usually go to trivia, so it looks like we did that this week as well. Wednesday morning was pretty normal. So I did mark that we have 1 year. We are getting married April 26th, so I marked that. I had this sticker to use from SPC, so I decided to use that as well. I don't always mark her new releases, and when I do, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm buying something, but sometimes I do add things to my wish list, and I make sure to do it when it's released so I don't forget about it. Went to writing group this week, and then this evening we had a special church ceremony, which we're called the blessing. It's not legal or anything, but I guess in the eyes of God it is. So I took some time to get ready for that. We had the small ceremony, and then this evening we had a dinner with our family, at least the family that was in town, the close family that was in town. So basically Colton's brother and his grandparents, and obviously his parents. So that was really nice, kind of a good way to celebrate both the blessing as well as countdown for 1 year until we get married. Thursday, I had Fish Lab coffee break, which is basically a hangout with another member of one of the fisheries labs. Had a seminar right after that. Did some chores. Colton and I ran some errands. So we went to, first we went to Chipotle for lunch, and then we ran some errands. Can't remember what we did. We clearly watched a movie, but I don't remember which movie we watched this evening. And then Friday was when Colton's sister came into town because she took a test up in like Northern California one of these days, like a really big certification test. So she was like, oh, if I'm on the West Coast, I might as well visit you guys. So she came down this day, I believe, if I remember correctly. So I just had work in the morning, and then this evening we celebrated her graduation because she took that test after, or actually technically classes were done, I guess. I can't remember the timing. Either way, an important day for her. And then we got to celebrate her graduation, even though technically at this point I know she hadn't walked yet, but it was basically done by now. So yeah. Moving on to Saturday, just ran some errands, did some chores, a little bit of crafting, things like that. And then we had another family dinner. I think Kendall was leaving early Sunday morning, which is why we had another dinner this night. It's kind of like a send-off, if I remember correctly. And then moving on to Sunday, did some more Ted Lasso crafting, talked to my parents, TV show, did some more wedding planning. Oh, and we watched Fun and Fancy Free this evening. So I think I've mentioned it a few times, but we're currently watching all of the Disney animated movies in order. And the one that just came up happened to be Fun and Fancy Free. So we watched that, which makes me think this was not one of the Disney movies because I like to mark them because, again, we're watching them in order. So this is around the time that we're doing all those like really unknown ones like Melody Time, Three Caballeros, Tres Amigos, things like that. Where, at least to me, I had really never heard of them before. But we're watching all of them, so we watched that one this evening. So here is everything that I have left over. Sorry you can't actually see all of it. I did have a sensitive sticker or two that I didn't want anyone to see that information, so that's why I covered it up. And here is the final spread with the wiggle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.